Hmm. I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes for everyone to come in because I did this pretty quick. So. Come on, Athens. I ain't got no twink tied up. It's a weekday. That's only on the weekends. All right, folks. Know I've been away for a couple days. Welcome to the Natty Retirement Party. I'm your host, Vince Goodrum.
As a creator, I'm 24/7 on the go.
Sorry I had to cut that out. So, folks, as you guys know, I actually got diagnosed with non-functioning testosterone there. Finally quit last week, or excuse me, it's been 2 weeks ago. And subsequently, also other things that pretty much shut down. But, you know, I finally got prescribed things. I had a little trouble picking it up there on the weekend. Still had some trouble this morning. The script had to be rewritten, and my prescription drug card was finally taken and accepted. So this here, folks, this is the stuff here, okay? And this is exactly what I've been trying to explain to you guys here, as far as why I didn't immediately go for, you know, the Cypronate or the injection type stuff here. The reason being is because it was going to be a lot more expensive. Because remember, my insurance, I have a prescription drug card that I distribute, so I have to use that. My insurance will eventually pay for it for free, but I got to pay this first one out front. So let's go ahead and pull out the goodies here. We have 2 cases of Androgel, folks. The reason why I got that first, again, because it's going to be cheaper for me to get Androgel. I'm only going to take this until this is done. Afterwards will be the injections there, folks. All right. No, it isn't there, Big Trips. My system has been pretty bad for the past couple of years, actually. But I was trying to get in one more natural bodybuilding show. But I couldn't there, folks. Now, the reason why I have the gloves on is the thing about Androgel or any type of transdermals is this here, okay? If you get it all on your, well, these are torn, so. They didn't tear when I was doing that. Never mind, folks. That's another story on another time. All right, Zach, we know you're taking a dump. All right? Quit spamming. So, we can always get to some questions here, but like I said before, when it comes to TRT therapy, you always want to get the best deal possible there. This is by using prescription drug cards, folks. If you do not have any insurance, don't just walk in there like a shaved monkey and just go and pick up and just accept the price. No. Make sure you always have some sort of prescription card, especially when insurance is not going to cover it. All right? So, let's, y'all got any questions here? Go ahead and answer them. Because I'm going to go ahead and continue. Like I said, we got a couple of other things we need to cover as well. So, let's get cracking open. So, we're going to check this stuff out. Yep. Androgel 1.62. Each pump is going to be 20.25 milligrams. No, we're not going to drink the entire bottle. We're not going to do that. Trips, I've already explained to you. I already have training videos with my total trainer, but I cannot film videos in the gym. It is not allowed in my gym. Not at the sports club, folks. All right? So what's going to be my future as far as things are concerned? Not much is really going to change there. Although my physique will probably end up changing, which, you know, that's pretty much what happens here. That, and I've not been on any real steroids in over 20 years, not since the late 90s. So it's been quite some time. I know exactly what happens pretty much whenever I take the stuff here. So yes, I was Strange Clouds. I didn't take any anabolic steroids here. Not for a long time. If women take it, yes, it does increase their sex drive. But as far as future competitions are concerned, again, that's probably not going to happen. I definitely can't compete in the National Gym Association. In the NPC, I would still get destroyed no matter what I would look like. How much was for this here? With my prescription drug card, it was $5 a bottle, actually. Whereas normally it'll run $300 to $800. That's why I say, folks, make sure you get those prescription drug cards here. All right, so you may get spammed by these companies and stuff like that that have those prescription cards. They do come in handy. I don't mind getting spammed. If you have a problem getting spammed, just set up a Gmail account and never use it. Not those hormones, Fernandez. This is testosterone. This is not estrogen products here, okay? This is not progesterone. In order to transition, you got to use progesterone. Yes, Athens, $5. I told you those prescription drug cards work. No, my drug card. Here, let me put a link in here, folks. Now, just remember, prices are going to vary depending on what pharmacy you actually go to. So if you folks go to, oops, sorry, wrong one. All right. The last one I posted below is a link to my drug card. All right. You can easily print it out. You can download the app itself there. My code is going to be NDC3966. Truth One, you can get my prescription drug card for free. You don't have to pay anything for it. Drug card is free. Hello, Brett. Thanks again for subscribing. This is a topical product. Trips, how is he degrading himself for money? Y'all have to excuse me. I'm still at work there, doing the old website stuff. And people are crumbing today. There are no spam emails or viruses. But guess what? Here's the thing here. You can download the card. You don't have to give out your personal information, okay? Just print it out on a piece of paper, all right? Take it down there. They're not going to ask for your email address. If you put your stuff in, you can get more deals and stuff like that, It doesn't matter if Vegan Gains makes more money than I do. I've said that before, even when I was working. It's a matter of what you do for it. If I went and set up an OnlyFans page and showed my wee-wee, I would definitely make more money. But, you got to make money with dignity, okay? With dignity. Now, folks, in case you've checked in, this here is the Natty retirement party. I figured I may as well do a live stream because this will be the last time I will be natural drug-free bodybuilder, folks. So if Kenny KO comes up to me and says Natty or not, well, can't no longer say Natty. I didn't see that message from Genova. I do know his birthday is coming up on Wednesday. He's going to be like 41 years old. Trips, Vegan Gains always twerks for money. If you pay $50, he will twerk to any song. Well, I am true Natty right now for the next 2 minutes here because we're going to go ahead and begin. All right? So, any last questions there before we get down to business? Delray Misfits board is not working? Let's take a look and see. Not been on it today, actually. Man, it looks like it's working to me. Must have been back up. No, the way I'm going to take this is, well, my glove's torn, so I'm going to put some on my forearms, and then it's going to probably go on the belly, you know. That's the way I like it. Now, when you're taking this stuff, you can't be around kids or anything, or touch them for at least 2 hours. Well, I mean, I used transdermals back in the day. I prefer using injections as opposed to any type of gel. But like I said, I could get this cheaper. If I had got the injections, I would have been paying about $100 for a milligram. I'm not going to do that, okay? Forget that. So, any other questions before we get started? And then afterwards, we're going to take some other questions. I'm not going to put it in the belly hole. All right. Well, in that case, this begins. Oh, by the way, folks, I won't be able to show the actual application online because it's against YouTube policy. So I will be giving this a nice cover up here. And in the meantime, I will put some appropriate music on. Okay? Hold on just a minute. And then we're going to get back to some other questions here, okay? I still won't challenge Dr. Rackpool to a contest. It's a waste of time.
I use Rocket Lawyer.
All right. Be back, folks. Well, finished in time there for the music to end. So, generally speaking, I just took about 40 milligrams of this. This is 2 squirts, okay? 2 squirts. I have to take this every single day. I changed my mind on the stomach. I went ahead and went for the shoulders instead. So, now that that is completed, we're going to be up here for about another hour, probably. Like I said, this is the Natty retirement party. And I'm going to have my afternoon cigar. Well, this stuff is beginning to sting, actually, a little bit. Trips. I did it as a money-saving cost. That's why I didn't get injections. Whenever my insurance approves it, you know I'm going to get injections because I would only have to take it once a week. No, it'll take a couple of days before I actually get any effects here. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to make coffee here. One moment. Need coffee. My apology, folks. And by the way, just because we're having a show today doesn't mean we're not going to have a show tomorrow. We're still going to have Earl Grey Tuesday, folks. But it is the afternoon, so I'm technically still working and I have customer stuff coming in. So if I cut out for a little bit, just bear with me here, okay? Let me scroll back up and... No, the stuff is not going to make me high or anything. Let's see. All right. This here is a scrap cigar, a Habano Classic there. Really cheap stuff there, but it's a good smoke. As long as you age it out properly. And I couldn't find my lighter, so we're going to use this instead. I'll have to take the cream every day. That's why I didn't want it there. It's just cheaper for right now. Once my insurance approves everything, it's going to be the injections. That way, I only have to take it once a week and it doesn't make a big mess or anything. Sean, I think everyone has watched she-male porn before. Yes, you could still smoke cigars on test. But folks, if you're tuning in, I am no longer Natty. All right. I may even change my YouTube name to Anabolic Vince Goodrum. Just messing. But no, I've never watched female porn. If I was a slave in the movie Patriot, well, since my family's in South Carolina, the answer would be we wouldn't have been part of the war to begin with. Now, my dad's side, on the other hand, that's a little bit different. We probably wouldn't have been with the British. I mean, but you never know because the Britain didn't have slaves at all there, really. I mean, they had slaves, but not to the level as far as the U.S. at the time. But a lot of times, and this is a good question, here's the thing. If you were a black person and you were a slave in the South and the British came marching, they would they would actually seize you like it is in the movie and make you part of the British Army, whether you like it or not. It's just exactly the same as the movie states, that you'll become a soldier one way or the other. But they're not really soldiers. They're just going to be made to do slave work, ironically. So they're not going to actually put them in uniform. I mean, come on now. A blackie in uniform for the British Army during the Revolutionary War. They'd be lucky if they even got any clothes. And I know I'm probably self-depreciating since it's my own people, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys and telling it to you like it is. Kalora said that. I don't have a problem with Kalora or anything like that. I mean, there's a lot of people I'll eventually collaborate with, Big Lenny and stuff like that. Joel, stop being an attention seeker, okay? This isn't really a Q&A at this point in time. This is the Natty retirement party. Folks, if you're going to get any cigars like this here, don't smoke them for at least 2 weeks. Otherwise, they'll fall apart on you. But actually, these are made from, these are the remains of any Habano Classico cigars. These are not the floor sweepings, but these are the bits and pieces of it. The benefit is it makes a good smoke for a very cheap price. The bad thing is it falls apart. So you got to be really careful with it. So if you're tuning in, folks, I am juiced up and I'm smoking a cigar and my coffee is brewing. I'm still at work, folks, so if I tune out or anything like that, don't get upset at me or anything. Raul, I was going to apply it to my stomach, but I changed my mind. I just put it on my shoulders. I decided against the stomach. I'm not attention seeking, Joel. I'm running a show. No, this is a really cheap cigar. I would say I bought 50 of these for $29. So it averages out probably about 60 cents a cigar. That's why you got to age them for a while. They got to be well taken care of. They come in pretty beat up. Hmm. Well, life causes strokes. Yes, my workout routine, my diet, and everything will change. Uh, I will now go to 1 gram per pound of body weight. So I'll be pretty much going back to, because I'm taking any type of test supplements, I'm going to need more protein in the body. So, well, that's what we discussed before, Kenzo. If you use my prescription drug card, it was only $5 per bottle. Now, generally speaking, if you went to Walmart, because I went to a really local direct pharmacy, little family pharmacy and stuff, where they just happen to have the androgel. I would get the generic stuff because this will be the only time I get it for $5. Next time, if I went back to the same place, it'll be about $200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my prescription. Now that I've picked it up one time, I can now transfer it over to Walmart. And from there, it'll be about $50 a bottle. But I went ahead and got 2 bottles here. Joe Rogan, he needs to keep his mouth shut after what he said there. Everyone seems to be slipping up at the tongue. You got Don Lemon and stuff like that. You got to watch out. You're going to get blasted. I think, Nate Marquez, I may have pronounced his last name wrong. He got caught up in some stuff too. So many sensitive people out here these days, I tell you. No, you can't rub it on your balls. I wouldn't recommend it. Black and Milds, no, because it has a paper wrap to it. As cheap as these are, this is still tobacco. I wouldn't exactly call it hand rolled, just cheaply put together. Yeah, that's awesome there, Wally. Make sure you use my prescription drug card. That's why I said go ahead. I mean, that's why I have it out there for. If you go to the Wayback Archive itself, I mean, I've had that, it works here, folks. When you don't have any insurance, your insurance isn't going to cover anything, whip out a prescription drug card of this type. Well, this was a last minute live stream, Sean, so I'm not sure really. Well, it's good, Lamar. We just took some steroids on the live stream. That's what's good. Greg, you missed me taking steroids there just now on the live stream. This is the Natty retirement party, Greg. No longer a natural bodybuilder, folks. All gone. Game over. Well, with insurance, you got to take 2 tests and run through a lot of paperwork. That would have taken about 2 months here. I still was able. You can get a prescription, but for insurance to cover it, they want 2 or 3 tests there. No, I'm not going to get roid rage there, Joel. Truth one, If you don't have money and it doesn't cover tests, then use my prescription drug card, yourdrugcard.com. Go there, get my drug card, and that way you'll be covered. Greg, I'll be doing I'm already on a prep type diet, sort of. So with that, you guys have noticed I've lost weight. Well, it's gonna quicken up a bit now, so. Well, Lars, that's good stuff right there with the release. One injection every 12 weeks. I've heard about that. Vegan Gains can't get jealous because I'm already bigger than he is. I guess I could hang out with Tony Huge since we're now both juicing, so. Well, Lamar, that's what I tried to do as well. I've had low testosterone for many years, but I've stayed enough so I can try to compete in the one more NGA show, but the whole thing just collapsed completely. I have no testosterone and stuff. I got to pick up some growth hormone as well because my pituitary gland is not working. While I'm at it, I'll get some HCG, but that's on another show. Well, Raul, I was already in bad shape without any testosterone, so I think things will get better rather than get worse. So, Richard's 280. Well, I guess he is bigger than I am. Wow. Hey, we're piss troopers. We're not scared of steroids. We're freaks. I do wish I got the inject. I wish I did get my insurance to approve it early so I can get the injects instead of the cream. Like I said, I'd rather take something just once a week than something every day. Yeah, it does make a difference here, that's for sure. Oh, you are, aren't you? Yeah, that's good. Looks like my coffee is ready. I'll be back, folks. Like I said, this is still a work day. Now I got coffee. jump tube, I'm still doing the Earl Grey Tuesday show tomorrow. Folks, this is just an extra show this week. I'm still going to do my show Tuesday and Friday. It's cool, okay? Wally, I didn't remove your comment, so quit trying to fake that. Raul, the answer is yes. When you're taking progesterone and stuff, you're gonna give off the pheromones here, you know. So yeah, there'll be some guys that gonna want to fuck them there. So, but I think he already has a girlfriend or so. Yeah, this is an extra show, folks. This isn't the. That's why I put the screen up there. In other words. But yeah, it'll take a couple of days before this will be effective there. You know, just because you put in tests doesn't mean it starts today unless it's an injectable. This is a transdermal, so I'm not going to feel the effects or anything. Yeah, apparently Richard weighs more than I do. I mean, he is taller than I am, so if he gets fat, he is going to naturally weigh more than I am. I didn't know Mark was doing live streams. I wasn't familiar with that. Maybe I should do a Roid Rage Monday show. What do you think, folks? Should I do a Roid Rage Monday show? I would go for 20-year-old Vince. I was huge because I was taking Tren, so I was a pretty big guy when I was working at the detention center. Jay, don't pay Cuban any mind. He's still mad over me cussing him out and leaving, so. This is not an early stream, Ryan. This is an extra stream. We're still going to have the Tuesday stream, and we're going to still have the Friday stream. Folks, this is an extra stream. Okay? This is extra. I don't really get pissed off at much. I did get pissed off at Cuban because, you know, he's not part of the bodybuilding community, so he needs to be quiet. My arms are feeling kind of crusty from the goop there, so, oh well. But that's a transdermal for you. No, this doesn't count as an Earl Grey stream. Well, I don't film as many live streams as other people. Like, Big Lenny films just about every single day. Whereas I like 2-hour live streams. Once I start gaming, it's going to be 4 hours. So the truth of the matter is Big Lenny doesn't stream really much more than I do. He gets in about 5 hours. I get about 4 hours in a week. What's the most I've ever straight curled? Maybe about 125. But I didn't really curl it. I more or less tossed it. It definitely wasn't a strict curl. when you're doing a strict curl, you want to actually go with a much lower weight with more repetition, so that way you can really hit the head. I'm not talking about your penis neither. Oh, my arms are 20, but they're going to drop down to probably 18 or 17. Because once the safety fat is gone, yeah, my arms will probably drop back to 18. But I'm not worried about size, I'm worried about the actual look itself there. I don't play the size game, folks. Yeah, you're quite welcome, Jay. No, it doesn't mean I'm trans. I'm 100% intensified beef products. You're talking about all man. No, mine is TRT therapy. It is not transition therapy, folks. What I'm doing is TRT, okay? I'm 5'11", and I think Vegan Gains is like 6'3" or 6'4". I probably will lift heavier, I guess. I don't really focus on lifting heavy. I just want to make sure I get my repetitions in. I want to make sure that, I feel that my biceps or triceps or whatever whatever I'm working out that day is as I'm hitting it. All right, Ryan. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, this was a short noticed live stream, which we're going to end once I finish this cigar and get back to work, folks. How many pull-ups I ever done? I used to be able to do about 30 or 40. I could probably get like maybe 5 at this point because I've gotten a lot heavier. But yeah, I used to be able to crank them out. Like no joke. TJ, it's gonna be a day. It's gonna be like a couple of days before I really feel any effects of taking any type of steroids. It's gotta work through the body first. Because I'm taking a gel, I'm not taking injection. In an injection, I mean, the results are like a couple of hours or so. This is decaf coffee, folks, by the way. I have a decaf in the afternoon. How many push-ups have I done in one sitting? Well, when I was in the Army, I did 115 in one sitting without stopping. I could probably do 50. These are pretty generally easy workouts. Well, Raul, when I was taking gear, I was back in the late 90s. I got kind of hyped up and I got very energetic, and I can continuously work out. So I would expect the same thing will happen. But once I'm done with these bottles, it'll definitely be injects. So, and yeah, it's going to be Cypernate. Or Cypernate. Why am I pronouncing it wrong? Well, I couldn't prove it. It's against YouTube policy to do drugs on screen. That's why I covered it up. Raul, that won't happen at all. Don't forget I was on steroids before, and it didn't happen. That's not the way being gay works. Honestly, I really don't know how it works. You just figure it out. I don't think it's a good idea for Lenny to go off everything. He's taken it for so long, his body obviously is no longer producing any testosterone. Yeah, it appears that way. I'm not really taking much, folks, here. Like I said, I'm going to take about 40 milligrams a day. At most, I'll probably take 80 milligrams. That would be about 4 pumps. But even if I took 80 milligrams a day, I mean, what does that work out to be? That's going to work out to about 560 milligrams of steroids. So half a gram a test a week. That's not really that much, folks. I don't do burpees. I don't do CrossFit. Burpees can get you hurt too. My body hasn't produced any real testosterone for the past. It shut down about 3 weeks ago, actually. They gave me some stuff in the meantime there, which slightly raised it, but, I had to, eventually, as of today, I had to really get on it. I should have been. But what would have happened if I had not taken androgel? So, what would have happened is I would have continued to gain weight as I had. That's one of the side effects. You end up gaining a lot more weight. In addition to that, I would have gone to a diabetic state. And nobody wants to be a diabetic, folks, okay? A lot of my family are diabetics. I'm one of the few people in my family that isn't a diabetic because I work out and my food habits are very boring. I'm kind of hungry all of a sudden. Maybe it's working a little bit. I don't know. But I'm beginning to get really fucking hungry. But it may be because because I haven't really eaten anything today. Shoulder press with a bar. I had a 45 bar and 225, so shoulder presses are not one of my strengths, so maybe 95 perhaps. Yeah, about 95. I'm not really strong with shoulder presses. I'll go ahead and admit that. I can do pull-ups and stuff, but shoulder presses, it just feels kind of funny to me. Nah, I think I'm just hungry. It wouldn't work that fast there, Raul. Well, my cigar's almost done, folks, so go ahead and get your questions in. If you want to throw some money for the Swordfish Club or money for more gear, you can donate if you wish. Actually, I'm not looking for donations today. This is for promoting my drug card. So let me go ahead and change that around, folks. And I'll just pin that up instead. There we go. You can still donate, folks. Just use the regular YouTube donation. But I want you guys to get yourdrugcard.com. This is my prescription drug card. It's free to get. If you ain't got no insurance, you need one. The fastest I ever did a 2-mile run was 15 minutes. I used to be horrible at it, and 15 minutes really is still a horrible time. I just wish I was able to do it when I was in the Army there. So. I hate test gel Rolex. It's not my favorite thing it's not one of my favorite things. I'd rather do the injects because it's once a week instead of every day. But, you know, I'm on a budget, folks. And since insurance ain't going to cover it right now, you got to get the least expensive mechanism. At what age? In my 20s. Definitely not at my age now. Do I know how to inject? Does a bear shit in the woods? Of course I know how to inject. I think I showed it on my live stream there. Doing an inject is very easy, folks. You know, best place is in the muscle part of the thigh. I would be skeptical of Jay's 2-mile run record. I know one thing, he can't do it today, that's for sure. Cream is what I can get my hands on, and cream would have been the cheapest solution. I'm not spending $300 or $400, folks. Okay? No way. Forget it. Yeah, I'm still going to go back to work, folks. This was another thing I needed to get a little bit more healthier with the test before going back to work. Because without tests, another thing is really bad being lethargic. Rubs lotion. All right, got a little bit left, folks, so get your questions in, and then I'm going to cut off the stream. And I have another video coming this evening on Tefano. I may do another one on vegan gains. It just really depends. How much is my squat? About 300. It'll definitely go up, though. Yeah, we'll see. Right now, all of my current lifts I have are doo-doo at this point. All right, that's the end of this cigar, folks. Remember, always twist and not jab. So, folks, this here is the end of the Natty retirement party. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. If you didn't tune in, we'll keep this one out. If you didn't tune in, this was going from Natty to anabolic. So now it's anabolic Vince Goodrum. I will never be able to compete in the National Gym Association or the IFBB or INBF. I can compete in the NPC, but I'd still get killed. All right, folks, I'm cutting off the live stream. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget, yourdrugcard.com. I'm going to put it in the post. Don't forget, Earl Grey Tuesday is still going to be still Tuesday. We're going to still have the midnight run on Friday. This is just an extra live stream, folks. I want to make that clear. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. And as always, peace and soul.